glory blinds the unworthy. It was Rostam who conquered Mazandaran and slew the white demon, yet Keykavoos claimed the triumph as his own. But victory was not enough. Drunk on power, Keykavoos demanded more, raising tributes, increasing taxes, bleeding the lands under his rule. But greed breeds resistance. Hamavaran, Shaam, Yemen and Egypt, once vassals, now saw a tyrant, not a king. And so an alliance was forged to defy Persia's rule.
They dare defy me? Let them learn the price of betrayal.
And so, Persia's wrath fell upon Hamavaran. Walls crumbled, cities burned. Victory was certain, but some victories lead only to ruin. But the king of Hamavaran was no fool. He knew no sword could match Persia's steel, but perhaps desire could.
When victory on the battlefield is beyond our grasp, we must turn to wit and guile. Send word to Keykavoos that we surrender and Hamavaran is his to command. Tell them of my daughter. Sudabe's beauty will do what no army can.
As they celebrated their victory, whispers spread of a treasure hidden in Hamavaran, not of gold or jewels, but of a princess, a maiden of unparalleled grace. Flowing tresses dark as the midnight sky, a lasso of love, weaving a snare even the mighty could not defy.
Send word to the king of Hamavaran. I seek Sudabe's hand in marriage.
Keykavoos was ensnared by the mere mention of her beauty. Reason fled him. The king of Hamavaran had played his hand well, but what he did not anticipate was that his daughter would fall in love with the king. The marriage was arranged with haste. Keykavoos believed he had secured peace, but in truth he had walked into a snare.
Drink to Persia and to peace.
The wine was laced with treachery. Before he could command his guards, his body had already betrayed him, and as his senses dulled, the jaws of the trap closed in. The king of Hamavaran had won, for now. But while her father celebrated, Sudabe's heart belonged to Keykavoos. She would not betray him, and for that she too was cast into darkness. Persia stood on the brink of ruin. Seeing their chance, Shaam and Egypt marched from the west, their banners darkening the horizon. From the east, Afrasiab, Persia's oldest enemy, stormed forward, seeking final victory, and Keykavoos remained trapped in Hamavaran's grasp. But in Zabul, a lion stirred.
Go, tell Afrasiab, turn back, or Persia will be your tomb. And to the king of Hamavaran, release Keykavoos, or face the wrath of Rostam.
But words alone would not save Persia. Rostam knew the west had to be secured before he could march east. If Shaam and Egypt fell, Hamavaran's alliance would crumble. Only then could he turn his fury upon Afrasiab.
We ride west. Let the earth tremble beneath our march.
Shaam and Egypt lay in ruin, their armies broken, their rulers fleeing into the shadows. But Rostam did not slow. His wrath carried him to the gates of Hamavaran. The king of Hamavaran had played his hand well. He had taken Persia's ruler, humiliated its crown. But now his gambit had failed, and what stood before him was no mere king.
Open your gates, or I will tear them down with my bare hands.
And so, without a single sword raised, Hamavaran fell. The proud king, once the master of treachery, now stood at the mercy of the Lion of Persia.
I accept my defeat and place my kingdom at your feet. Let wisdom, not wrath, guide your judgment.
You live only because of the love of your daughter, whom I hold dear. Remember that.
And so Keykavoos in triumph showed mercy. But mercy was not wisdom. His pride had not been broken, only fed. And pride, in time, would summon the storm once more. With Keykavoos freed and Hamavaran subdued, the kingdom once more bowed to Persia's rule. Rostam then turned his gaze eastward, where Afrasiab's armies ravaged Persia's lands. The time for reckoning had come. Like a raging tempest, Rostam descended upon Afrasiab's forces. Cities were reclaimed, strongholds shattered, The might of Turan, once unchallenged, now lay broken beneath Persia's steel. Afrasiab had been humiliated, but not destroyed. He had lost the battle, but in his heart he knew victory would come another day. For Afrasiab had learned of a secret long forgotten. A child born on Turan's doorstep, a child of Persian blood raised in Afrasiab's lands. Afrasiab no longer saw mere vengeance, he saw a weapon, and in time he would wield it. The storm had passed, but the seeds of sorrow had already taken root. Follow me into the next story, where Persia's greatest warrior will meet his greatest sorrow.
In twilight's gentle glow we stride, through echoes of the stars we glide, the universe in whispered tunes, a symphony beneath the moons. The heavens part with breath so pure, as stardust falls we feel secure. Our spirits lift on wings unseen, a cosmic dance in silken sheen.